Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to make a video about my favorite tips to give out to people in Escape from Tarkov. I often get asked in my stream, Skeppy, give me some tips for the game. I've just bought it on sale right now. A lot of people are asking the same kind of give me tips questions, so I thought I'd make a video. So here we go. So number one is going to be learn the maps. In Tarkov it's quite easy to get lost and overcome by the size of the maps. So my first tip, for not just this game, but for every single survival game that I ever play, is learn the maps. If you learn the maps to a basic level, not only will you know where you're going, but it'll help you get around the map safer. It'll stop you wondering where ZB14 is if you're trying to extract on woods, for instance, or if you're on a Scav Run and you're trying to extract and your railroad supports your extract. Learning the maps in more detail, once you've got the basic elements down, will help you in the future understand where people are going to be at certain times. On some maps, like Interchange, you can start potentially spotting another PMC group to your left, to your right. On the screen right now, I'm going to put on some graphics to show you where you could potentially spawn and where there could be potentially other PMC groups. This could be a solo, a duo, a trio, it could even be a four-man. But you have to be aware where these spots are, otherwise you could get shot within a few minutes of your raid starting. In the blue circle is where you'll likely meet the people that are going to be running into you, so you should be ready in that kind of area with your gun raised or taking it slow so you can either watch them run into the building or see where they're going to go. Learning the maps allows you to plan ahead, it allows you to get ready if you're going to run into danger, if you're questing for a particular reason, like you're on the Golden Zibbo located in room 303 of the 3-story dorms on customs. I know, right? If you're new to the game, that might have just gone over your head. You have no idea what I'm talking about, but learning the maps will get you to the point where you know where that is and you can run straight there, or you can take your time, go around the map. That quest, by the way, has two parts, so if you've got a plan in mind, you could potentially complete it in the same raid, given that you've got the key and the extracts are in your favour. Learning the maps is my number one tip in all survival games. Once knowledgeable about the maps that you're playing, it makes it so much easier, so that's why it's my number one. Tip number two is going to be ammo. Escape from Tarkov, it's more about the ammo that you're firing rather than the gun that you're firing it from. Yeah, you can have the best weapon in the game with all the bells and whistles, but if you've got low penetrating ammo against a high armoured player, you're going to do absolutely nothing to him. He's probably just going to spin round, shoot you once with his high pen armour, which will kill you in one shot. There's a streamer by the name of No Food After Midnight whose ammo charts are an absolute saviour for new players, because you can look at the chart and you can see which pen you've got, which damage you're going to do, whether it's going to frag, what armor tier it goes through. It's absolutely amazing. I'll leave the link to that in the description as well as his stream, because the guy's really knowledgeable about the ammo in this game. In a nutshell, the higher the pen, the lower the damage is going to be to the player, and the lower the pen, the higher the damage. But remember, if you've got low pen ammo, it isn't going to penetrate the high tier ammo like a Corund or a Slick. Early in the game, try and find a happy medium for what works for you and what you can afford, really. Tip number three, don't be afraid to lose your gear. Gear fear is real in the majority of the early game of Tarkov. You've got very little and you don't want to lose it by playing too loosely and too quick. This can at times make you play too slow. The risk reward aspect of the game is, for many, why it gives them that adrenaline rush, and often it can lead you to push with no information, or in the opposite, it can give you that fear aspect and make you freeze to the nearest point of cover for 10 minutes at a time. What this does, it allows other people to move around the map freely while you're just stuck in a spot, wondering what's going on around the next corner. Wonder if it's a fully geared guy, it could be a scav. This kind of goes back to learning the maps, but if you can get a grasp of what you're dealing with and what's around the next corner, you can potentially make a play and gain rather than get nothing. On the flip side, if you know there's too many to contest, you're probably better off just retreating or leaving the area, or just staying as silent as possible for the next 30 seconds or so, just to listen what's going on. Which brings me into my next tip. Number 4 is noises. Noise is absolutely paramount in this game. I've never played a game like this in my life where every single thing you do creates a loud, audible noise, and it's further enhanced if other people are using headphones like the contacts that lower the sound of the ambient wind and raise the sound of footsteps, bushes, and even the type of floor that you're walking on. Noise can be your friend, but it can also be your enemy. Even the slightest movement, like raising your weapon or turning on the spot to look somewhere else, this can give you away, and it can get you killed. Keep your ears open and you'll survive more raids. Finally for this video, I wanted to throw in something that new players should be utilising as often as possible. It's Scav Runs. Also, offline raids are really helpful for new players to learn the maps, learn task locations, and even get better at moving around the map if you turn on the scavs. Unless you've got your hideout leveled up with the intelligence center, your scav time's going to be around 20 minutes from the end of your last scav run. You should be using these scav runs to learn the maps, get some gear to help you out of a bad spot if you're running low on money or no weapons. Scav runs are slightly different from a PMC, where you can get to take in whatever you like on a PMC, but on a scav you're assigned a random loadout at a random point in the raid, and you can be given as little as a pistol. Sometimes you won't even be given any aid in the form of a bandage or anything to heal you. You'll just literally get your gun and a bit of ammo. Once you get into the raid as you scav, you can check your pockets, you can check your bag if you've got one. Sometimes you'll be given ammo, maybe you'll get a bandage or a saliva or something like that. But sometimes you can get some really rare keys. Like, I've known people to get keys worth hundreds of thousands of rubles, and you can either keep them, or if you're level 10, you can sell them on the flea market. Make sure you use these scav runs as often as possible if you want to learn the game in an active raid. I'll leave an annotation somewhere on the video to show you a highlight video of me doing scav runs a couple of wipes ago, and you'll get an idea of what it's about. The other way you can learn some aspects of the game by loading up your PMC with some gear, absolutely any gear you want, and going into an offline raid. You get to set the rules for the scavs on this one, so you can turn them off completely, so you can go on a tour of the map, learn all the points of interest, or you can do the opposite and turn them on, with a raid boss enabled as well, and turn the difficulty up to max. I like to do this sometimes before my stream. It helps me warm up before I start actually playing the game, and then I'm ready to go. Nothing you get in these raids, you get to keep. Everything you find in that raid, you lose. Anything that you take into the raid doesn't get used, and it's just reset as if it's never been used on your character. So make use of these as well, just to learn some aspects of the game. I hope some of these tips help you in some kind of way. If you want to ask me more about Tarkov, you can find me streaming 4 days a week between Monday and Friday. I take 1 day off a week throughout the week so I can make a YouTube video. But I'd love to see you guys there. Ask me anything you like. Lastly, hit the subscribe button, and if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up so you can help to be shown to more people. I'll see you guys in the next one.